أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency Ina, Your Excellency, the wife of the former Vice President, Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Ali thought he had the best credentials to be the major speaker at this point, for reasons that he has given. But he has very many tough competitions here, and I'm one of them. I also can see other members that would qualify. But let me lay out my own credentials. Late General Abacha was many things to me. And long before he met Dr. Ali, I met him many years before. He left Rumfo College in 1962, and I got into Rumfo College in 1963. But because it was in our town, Kano, we were all very familiar with the family. A very prominent family. And later, of course, he was my senior brother. He was my mentor, my teacher, and my boss. After his death, he became my in-law, father. So I think Dr. Ali must concede to me that right of. I had interactions with the general before 1993, of course. But I started to closely work with him when I found myself in the cabinet of Chief Shonakan. The late general was Minister of Defense and also Chief of Defense Staff. And I was Minister of Transport and Aviation. And we were immediately placed in the same committee to which he chaired throughout the Shonakan period. That was where I started to learn the art of public management, public administration, and the importance of patriotism. He had shown us how important it is to believe in this country. And he would accept nothing less. And it was my privilege also, after he didn't stage a coup, you remember, Jonaka resigned. If you believe that, okay, you believe anything. But after the dissolution of our government, I went back home to Kano. And one nice evening, I was laying on my couch watching television, and my phone rang. And I answered. And I said, hello. He said, hello, there Bashir. I said, yes. He said, this is General Abacha. And I jumped out of my chair. But that was the nature of the personality of the person then. Whether you are in his presence or not, he had this absolute, I don't know what you call charisma in English.
Charisma.
Charisma that you really feel that you are in the presence of someone who does not take anything less than excellence. And he said, this is General Abacha. I said, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Yes, sir. He said, I want you to please assist me by agreeing to come and work with me in the cabinet. Will you do that for me? Of course, I said, yes sir, yes sir. And I agreed. I came and worked with him through every single day of his tenure, from the day one to the end. And that were quite only, I think, very, very few of us, because there were 3 cabinet changes in those periods. But I know that he had absolute confidence in me and in all of us. Minister Omar Dambo is sitting here and he will bear me out. He would give you a job and he would expect that job done. You would not call him and tell you, I'm sending someone, do this or that, or don't do that. He expects results. I have never met a better listener than General Abacha. You come and sit and speak, he will hear you out. In the cabinet meetings, he would allow every single person who wanted to speak as long as you liked. And in the end, decisions are taken and he will give you the responsibility to implement. And if you don't, you know the consequences. And he will give you the responsibility to implement. If you don't, you know the consequences. So for those of us who worked with him, and like the former IG said, you know what to do. You are expected to do it, and you just have to do it. And you must do it right. This is our training, and this is what still is carrying us along. And he has such open line of communication with all of us. As a minister, all you do is pick your file, go to the villa, maybe poke your head into Al-Mustafa's office and say, good morning. Go to the living room and sit and take your position as you found those who were there. First come, first serve. You go upstairs, see the head of state, finish your business, come down, and the next person goes. The day before he died, we were at the airport to receive Arafat. And after Arafat left, I told him, sir, there are some things that I want to come and see you about, and I think I will come on Monday. He said, no, I'll come tonight. So I said, yes, sir. I told Al-Mustafa I was coming to see Oga tonight. I went because that was the day there were this African leaders meeting in one of the African countries. I think Tommy Kumi was sent to go. And I went in the evening, and I met Amerwa, was with him then, and I sat with the General Hussein. When Amerwa came out, I went in, and I sat with him for a long time. I did not leave until 2 a.m. I went home. So when my phone rang at about 6, I said to myself, and it was, I think Ibrahim Kumasi called me. And I said, oh God, we are going to this World Africa Leaders Meeting. So he said, you are invited to come to the villa. I was, of course, then in the Ministry of Internal Affairs. So I went. But up to the time I was sitting in the living room together with other invited people, I was just thinking we were going to the airport to continue to go to this leaders meeting. Until when we were all put together in another room and this very, very sad news was told to us. And it was completely, for me, unbelievable. And so that was the end of my relationship with General Rocha. But before I left the villa, I was invited into the room where the family was sitting together with him on a bed. And I prayed for him. I still pray for him, and I still pray to God to continue to bless his soul and give him continuous rest in Al-Jannah Firdaus. We pray for Inna, who held the family together against all odds. Against all odds, she held this family together. When the pressure of hate would have destroyed it completely. I pay tribute to the children themselves, who from very young age, honestly, were put under such tremendous abuse. Never ever seen before in this country. So when I got this invitation for this gathering, I said to myself, about time. About time that these things begin to come out, because the noise was too much, that the good work of this general had never been allowed to come out. Deliberately. Because if it was allowed, then all the lies that went before will be noticed. I thank the organizers of this meeting. I pledge my support and still my candidature against Dr. Ali, that some of us have so much to say with so little time that organizers must take note of this and make these opportunities available so that these things can continue to come out, so that the world that already is fully aware of the general's achievement but refuse to acknowledge it will have to begin to understand and acknowledge and accept those achievements and legacies. I thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you very much. That was quite heart-touching. Thank you very much for that. administration.